model. And what we find here is you get the gray matter of the spinal cord that's deeper, white matter of the spinal cord is more superficial. We can see our spinal meninges on this model as well. So you have your dura mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater, which are on this model. So dura, arachnoid, and pia. This even shows the subarachnoid space between the arachnoid and pia. That's the subarachnoid space. And then for the white matter of the spinal cord, it's named for its location. The first thing you want to look for when looking at the spinal cord is this dorsal root ganglion, because it tells you that this is the dorsal side or the posterior side of the spinal cord. So if you know that this is the dorsal root ganglion, then everything that's on the same side of that is also dorsal or posterior. So we find that this white matter back here is called the dorsal funiculus or posterior funiculus, and that's right by the dorsal horn or posterior horn, which also happens to correlate with the dorsal root or posterior root. So all those things are named sort of for the location there. Now, if it's the opposite side of the dorsal root ganglia, you know that this is all ventral or anterior. So here we have the ventral root, ventral horn, and the ventral funiculus. Now, laterally out here, these are called the lateral funiculi. We can even see what's called a lateral horn. And the lateral horns contain the cell bodies of your sympathetic motor neurons here in the lateral horns. And the two halves of the gray matter in the spinal cord are actually connected by this bridge here called the gray commissure. So gray commissure is what connects the two halves of gray matter in the spinal cord. And then this tube here in the center of the spinal cord is called the central canal, which is really just a continuation of the fourth ventricle going down through the whole spinal cord. Okay. So just to summarize that, we have our dura mater, arachnoid mater, pia mater. We have our ventral funiculus, dorsal funiculus, dorsal horn, ventral horn, lateral horn, ventral root, dorsal root ganglia, spinal nerve.